that we have. God, it's good that we have that legacy that's there. PSU has always been up front and protesting against the injustices that are affecting students. And you have how many international students at Portland State?
Yeah.
You know? And they're being harassed now in fear.
Oh yeah, no, we've had issues where international students have just gotten their visas revoked and stuff like that.
Oh, that's crazy. Now, let me over here. And your name, and how did you hear about this?
My name is Baxter, and I am a member of the Resist US-Led War Coalition, and got to attend a really excellent evening of interviews and a little bit of Cuban media last week the US-Led War put on. Yours truly is one of the speakers.
Thank you.
It was very moving, very engaging, and very inspiring.
Well, too, you know, the whole idea that we have now, I think there's 12 people still left that haven't been charged with anything, and maybe a few of them that have, but they've been supposedly ready to be released years ago, and they're still there. They're still being held. The other is that, you know, it's not just about Guantanamo and closing it. It's about, you know, the embargo against Cuba. It's about Trump first using that as a detainment center for deporting immigrants. So how many they're going to continue doing that, we don't know. So they go there, then they hold them for a while, and then ship them out. But from what I heard from one of the people that was held there, is that they felt they were tortured. People had committed suicide. There's no way, they have no access to attorneys. All of these kinds of things that were difficult. It's a military, I call it a black site, you know, and what they're doing to people there, we don't know.
And it's one in a long list and track record of, sorry, the loud noise in the background, but the U.S. just disregarding international law, disregarding human rights, and, you know, like you said, detaining people without charge for, at this point, decades on end. It's unconscionable, really.
Usually, you know, if you were in a war with somebody, when the war ends, the prisoners are released and they go home. This is forever wars, and these terrorist wars, they have no end. And they continue to hold these people forever without any access to due process to be released. So, I mean, you know, we can see what's happening in America right now, which is fascism. And the fascism is that no matter what the laws are, they're breaking them.
And they've been perfecting their methods abroad, and we're starting to see that those tactics turned on the immigrant population, but also on U.S. citizens.
Yeah, that's the key point, I think, is they've been doing, you know, when people just stood by and were silent when they were doing it to other people in other countries, eventually those were the tests of how far they could go. Yeah, I agree with you. And you want to say your name and who you're with?
I'm Lynn. I'm with Portland End the Blockade of Cuba campaign, and also Workers' World. And we just wanted to come support you. You've been coming here every month for 2 years, and so this is the biggest group you've had, right?
Yeah, I know. This is great.
Nice. So to say U.S. out of Guantanamo and U.S. out of Venezuela today.
That's right.
Because they just bombed probably a poor fishing boat or something, but 21 people who they could never be taking, fentanyl. It's an impossible thing. It's so trumped up, so to speak.
Well, they attacked ships, right? They sent warships off the coast of Venezuela, and that's an act of war, really.
Oh, yeah.
You know, so.
And they're saying he's a big
drug
dealer. It's so phony. They've used that so many times. They should pull that out of their playbook because
that's
it's ridiculous.
Right. Yeah. Well, you've also been involved in sending people on delegations to Cuba, also, right?
Yeah. Yeah, we went a couple years ago to Cuba during COVID. We went to Cuba. Yeah. It just everybody should go to Cuba and see for themselves.
See for
themselves. Talking about that, to see socialism in action. because it's so beautiful the way the country runs under socialism in spite of the blockade, you know.
That's great. Thank you, Lynn.
Thanks.
John, I'm just asking everybody, you know, who they're with, say their name, and how they found out about today's event.
I'm happy to have it.
Well, I'm John Gresho, and I'm the local coordinator for the War Resistors League Portland chapter. And I was part of a panel a few days ago talking about this issue. And it's not an issue I've done a lot of work on, but I think it's really important to confront what's going on at Guantanamo Bay. And so I came out today to support that position.
Thank you, John. And you've been out a number of times with me out here, and we're just a couple of us here. And it's, to me, this is also, you know, in the spirit of Malcolm Chaddick, who would always be here with me and holding up the banner and his flag. I have his flag up here too, so I just wanted to do that too. Thank you. Let's see what we got over here. So we're going to ask you to say your name and what organization you're with and why you're out here today with me.
Hi, I'm Anna. I'm with Resist US-Led War, and I'm out here today because, you know, in this day and age, this current moment, Guantanamo is being used also potentially for housing migrants and the war on migrants that's happening right now under Trump. So really now more than ever want to oppose the use of Guantanamo Bay, both historically and in the present moment, for any ongoing operations that the U.S. is doing. Really horrible conditions for migrants that are here in this country, forced by force.
Thanks, Anna. I really appreciate you coming out. And you've also been with the various Filipino groups too.
Yes, I'm also with the International Coalition for Human Rights in the Philippines, and we really see the intersection of these issues between Cuba, the Philippines, both countries that were colonized by Spain, sold by the Treaty of Paris, and ongoing, you know, the Philippines is a neo-colony, Cuba similarly is facing the brunt of U.S. imperialism, so really need to call out both issues.
Thank you so much. That's so important. John, you want to give us your full name and why you're out here? And I know you've also led delegations before too.
Cuba, yeah. I'm John Waller. I'm here representing the Portland-based in the Blockade of Cuba Committee. I'm here because everything about Guantanamo Bay is obscenity. We know the obscenity of the torture that was occurring there after the war in Iraq. We know the obscenity of people now being deported to Guantanamo and then who knows where, just using it as a dumping ground. But the military base itself is an obscenity. It's there, been there over 100 years, against the will of the Cuban people, the Cuban government, the people who live next to it. The base should be shut down, its infrastructure buried forever, and the land returned to Cuba to make better use of it.
Thank you so much. I'm glad you're here. You have a delegation going again soon?
Well, there's national delegations going at different times.
Okay.
Big ones occur around May Day, and that includes some of the people who go to the big May Day protests also go to an international peace conference in Guantanamo that the Cubans host every year. It's a conference opposing military bases worldwide. And the delegates who go to that get taken to the base to see it from the outside.
That's great. Then, you know, I mean, the thing is it's another base of 800 bases around the world, and it's an occupation of Cuba, and it's maintained there. And they're supposed to be paying a rent. I forget what the amount is, but the Cuban government has not accepted their checks.
$4,000. Cuba never accepted it.
Yeah.
But this is, I believe, the oldest US military base in the world. 1898.
Thank you, John. It's so important to have all that information. Let me get over here. I'm asking people, hey, good seeing you. I'm asking people to say their name and why they're out here and how they heard about this.
Yeah, my name is Cody. I'm here because of you.
Thank you.
I'm here because One, because I'm passionate about ending the blockade of Cuba.
Yeah.
Two, because I understand that there is a detention center, a torture camp, a military base on stolen Cuban land. And it doesn't sit right with me. It never sat right with me.
No.
I have deep respect for the Cuban people. And I want to show solidarity with them in any way that I can, and do anything I can to end this cruel blockade and end the occupation of
Guantanamo Bay.
this particular base,
Yeah,
but
thank
also
you.
all bases.
Thank you so much. I'm glad you're here, Cody. You know, one of the other friends of mine, Cody, was one of the members who's down in San Francisco now,
Yeah,
I believe.
exactly.
Who, Cody Urban, who was the person who recruited me into resist U.S.-led war as our chapter, VFP chapter. So I'm the president of the VFP chapter, PDX here, chapter 72 in Portland, Oregon. So it's always been a pleasure to try and bring these issues together as we try to build a peace organization throughout the world. Thank you. Thanks, Cody.
I was going to say, I didn't know if there was a tabling effort, but something like that's consistent that could advertise the October action that we're talking about. That seems like a good
Yeah, we got all those. When the wind's blowing, it works really good.
We can make it our own.
Thank you. Got it. Thanks. Big help.
Kind of an exhausting cycle.
Okay, so, and there's me, of course. I'm with, like I said, I'm the president of the local chapter of Veterans for Peace, chapter PDX chapter 72 here in Oregon. I was on a delegation to Cuba with IFCO Pastors for Peace back in 1994. I've been on many delegations to a number of countries, but Cuba has always been the country that all of the other countries admire and respect. And we need to stop the blockade that's happening there. There are sanctions that are being put on Cuba, even more horrific than in the past, as it has been in Venezuela. We call those killer sanctions, and we need to be opposed to all of those and allow countries their own sovereignty, and for the people of those countries to decide how they will govern their own country and not have the U.S. invade them or try to install regimes that reflect U.S. policy just because they want to get a hold of their minerals, their oil, and their labor. So thanks. I just remember that people can go to Andy Worthington. Just Google him. He's one of the people who's been following this for many years as a journalist. He's in UK. We meet every first Wednesday of the month at 5 o'clock to 6 here in front of the Terry Schrunk Park, right across from the Federal Building, and just to let people know that we want to close down Guantanamo Bay and to stop the embargo that is happening against Cuba. Thank you.